Hey guys, DJ here. Today I'm excited to be speaking with international track star and fitness icon Matt Morcia from Matt Does Fitness. After a spinal injury in November, he's actually shifted his focus more on strength training and bodybuilding. Even after an injury, he's been able to put on 15 pounds of muscle since last December.
If you can't see yourself doing something amazing, then it's never going to happen. The chances are, you're setting yourself up to fail. The reality is, human beings, like, we can do incredible, amazing things, but you've got to believe that you can do that. I think you've got to go into things with a really open mind, and you've got to think that I can do this. Here there was a dude in soccer in the 1950s, a goalkeeper, and he was playing in a big, like, major FA Cup final. And he hurt his neck early on in the game, and this was like 10 minutes into the game, and he continued the whole game, played the match, was fine, and his team won. And it turned out he had fractured a vertebrae in his neck, so essentially he had broken his back, and he played the whole game.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not advocating playing sport with a broken back, but it just shows, if you don't know about it, you can just get on with it. Like, your body adapts, and you can do incredible things. Jumped for England, so I represented my country.
Nice.
Went across to Slovakia, and that was an incredible experience. I had a great time, and at that point, I thought, this is it. I'm gonna go really big. It was ridiculous. Everything was going so well, and I was jumping PRs every single week, and I thought this is it. Obviously, when you do that, it's quite a thin line between your body adapting and you becoming, like, incredible, or obviously your body kind of breaks down. And unfortunately, I had the latter. So my back started kind of hurting, and now that's quite common for me. I always get little back niggles that would last me 2 or 3 days, and they'd go, and I'll be fine. But this one just hung around. Discovered that I had, like, a prolapsed disc in my lumbar spine, to the point where it was pushing on the surrounding nerve. So I was getting pain, like, in my bum and, like, down my legs. And the pain wasn't an issue. It was the fact that I couldn't. If I tried to run, it felt like I was being stabbed in the back. Every time I tried to test it, it just broke down every time.
Wow.
And this went on for, like, months and months and months. And it kind of dawned on me that I'm maybe not gonna come back from this one. Suddenly, I was really aware of how vulnerable to this kind of thing I was.
And then how did you transition back into training again?
Yeah, after this, I started doing my rehab stuff, and then I got into doing, I'd be doing all my bench and your arm curls, all the kind of macho, like, bodybuilder stuff. Obviously, I'm being stupidly cautious. I'm literally building up at a ridiculous level, but
right.
I want to, I'm not doing it with a view to jumping anytime, competing anytime soon, but
right.
I think it's good to have that. I don't want to become like a big, like, muscle bound guy that can't move around. Like, running is a fundamental skill. If there's an apocalypse, I need to be able to run. So I want to maintain the ability to run. I want to be able to jump, and I want to be explosive. I don't want to be heavy, and so I'm getting big, but I want to be able to, like, use that. I want to transfer that into practical application. So
what sorts of modifications or changes do you make because of your injury to your workouts?
I'm very conscious of form. So obviously with my deadlifts, I'm very, very conscious. I film everything. I'll get people to watch me.
Kind of like a blessing then in disguise, because the injury has forced you to make your form really perfect.
Yeah, that's it. That's true. That's true.
And injuries, they happen in every sport, right? And it's like, it always seems to set you back. But what words of wisdom or can you give to guys that get injured, both in terms of the physical aspect of recovery and the mental side of recovery? You've
just got to persevere. Like, you'd be amazed at what your body can adapt to. I know. Like I say, I had 5 years of no major injuries. Okay, now I know full well in that time I probably had issues which, had I been getting CAT scans, MRI scans, seeing a physio regularly, like every day, these guys would have said you probably shouldn't be training this hard. But if you don't know about it, within reason, your body adapts, and you keep going. Obviously, if you're seeing a physiotherapist every single day, their job is to find injuries. That's what they're doing. So he was being told, you've got this issue, you've got this issue, and so he got this in his head. And this was 2 years ago, and the guy hasn't competed for 2 years now because he's constantly rehabbing injuries.
It's a weird relationship, the mind and the body.
That's it, exactly.
Yeah.
There's so much about placebo and stuff, You kind of almost better not to know,
Right.
Obviously, if you've broken your leg, if you've got something incredibly wrong with you, you can't train. But within reason, you can just get on with it. And like I say, you would be amazed at what your body can deal with and adapt to and kind of carry on with. So I think one, obviously, side of it is just to, man up and just train, because your body will adapt and you will get stronger and you will get through it. But at the same time, it is obviously being sensible as well. You need to sleep, you need to eat properly. Obviously, you are putting yourself at a greater risk of picking up these little knocks and stuff.
And what does your nutrition look like?
I think it is important to strike our balance. Obviously, if you are an elite athlete, you don't really have you've got to do the right things. But I think it is very, very important to strike a balance, because, you're eating to make yourself feel better and to perform better. But if it's making you depressed and you're feeling rubbish, then that kind of defeats the object. I mean, the irony is, as soon as you tell yourself you can't have something, that is it. That is the one thing you want. If you say, right, I'm not going to eat any donuts for a year, that's it. Every single second for that year, you want to eat donuts. And like human nature, if something is out of reach, then that is the one thing you want.
And the goal is to live a happy, healthy, fit life, not a fit, good-looking, miserable life.
Exactly. That is it.
Overall, how has fitness influenced your life?
I've learned so much. Like I said, about going on competing for England, that was probably, in terms of sport, that was by far the best experience of my life. I mean, it was an incredible weekend, and I learned so much from that, and that gave me so much kind of drive to want to go on and do well, because I thought this is it. This is where I've got to be, So I think you just learn so much about nutrition, about like looking after your body, about preparation for stuff, that's transferable. You can apply that to other things, like in my job, I'm very motivated to do stuff. I'm very competitive, and that comes from my sport. I've got that within me, and I think I would recommend any young kid looking to get into sport. Track and field as a sport is fantastic, because it just teaches you so much. You learn so much from it, and like, I've come out of it. Hopefully it's not finished, but if it is, I've had an incredible experience, and I've come out of it a much better person, in every respect. So It's been awesome, really.
What words of encouragement would you give somebody that's just starting out? You
need to get a good balance between being patient and being realistic, but at the same time, you've got to be optimistic. You've got to think, I can be the best. I can do incredible things, because otherwise you're never going to get there. Be realistic. Don't set yourself up to fail, but at the same time, be positive. Say, I'm going to do this, and if I don't do it today, I'm going to do it tomorrow, and if I don't do it tomorrow, I'll do it the next day, and I'll keep trying until I get it. Because when I get it, it's going to be incredible, and I'm going to go from there, So that's it. That's it, really. That's what I'd say.
Powerful, man. Just the positive perseverance, Well, Matt, thank you so much for taking the time today to share your story and give advice and words of encouragement to all the young guys out there that are aspiring to be, athletes and fitness icons. And guys, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. For more information from Matt, make sure you check him out on YouTube at youtube.com/MattDoesFitness. I'm going to put it up on the screen right here. And you can also click the link below to see more. Again, Matt, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck out there in England. Dude, keep crushing it. And hopefully we can see you again soon.
Thanks a lot, dude. It's good to speak to you, buddy. Thank you.
All right, take care. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the interview. Make sure you click the link below to watch the full interview. You'll also get access to interviews with other fitness experts such as Elliot Hulse, Vince Dalmani, Scott Herman. Plus, you'll get access to the exact training protocol that I use to put on 12 pounds of muscle in under 90 days. So check it out, click the link below, and I'll see you on the other side.